I got asked a real good question. Out of the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA and the Chicago Bears in NFL in '85, who did I think was going to repeat? That's a great question because that Lakers team had finally beat the Celtics. They lost to them in '84. Of course, they called Tragic Johnson how he blew away the game too. And then they were up, and then you remember Kurt Rambis got closed on by Kevin McHale, changed the '84 series. Then next year, the Boston Massacre, that first game, I'll never forget that game. Scott Wedman was hitting shots like that was normal for him. And Danny Ainge was firing all cylinders. I was like, this was crazy. They tore the Lakers behind up, 34-point beatdown. But then the Lakers regrouped, came back and won, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the Finals MVP. And it's like they finally got through the Boston curse. They had did the thing. Remember, Kareem was clutching his arms in disbelief. Larry Bird had stunk it up in that last game. So, looking at that Laker team, you would think they would go and repeat. But then the next year, that fluky, crazy shot by Ralph Sampson over his head, the Rockets came back. Boston was ready, but the Rockets got in the way. The Lakers got in the way of a 3 straight run. So, we didn't get that one that year. So, that got in the way. Was that Laker team poised? They should have been a dynasty, should have been going again. I think that you can make a strong case because they look like they that beating Boston finally. All that horror, everything they went through with Bill Russell and them just owning them and everything, and to finally get back to all those years, and you do it in '85, but then you come back the next year and the way you lose to the Rockets, it was like, thought that team was pretty stacked. Now we get to that Bears, the 46 defense, Buddy Ryan, Mike Dick, and all that, Walter Payton, the refrigerator. You had Mike Singletary, Gary Fensick, Ron Rivera. Remember Ron Rivera? Mm-hmm. Head coach later for Washington. You had a lot of, Jim McMahon, Willie Gault. That Bears team looked almost unbeatable except for that one loss to Miami in the regular season game in that Monday night Miami. It's the only game they lost. They was on a mission. Now, the question is, who did I think was going to repeat out the two? Who looked like the more, like that's a dynasty, like they going to run it? I thought it was going to be the Bears. Now, all due respect to the Lakers, they had already won. Magic won in 1980 and they won in '82. Lost to the Sixers in '83 with 4-4-4 and lost to Celtics. Think about it, he camped out in the finals, but that was a dice call. It's hard to say how they're going to win or lose. Whereas with the Bears, a football team that was that dominant with Walter Payton and everything, you thought they for sure were going to get another run. You thought that was going to be, a run, a back-to-back. It never happened. They did get to another NFC Championship game, but it was in that Fog Bowl against the 49ers, and they got toe up. So, wasn't the same. So, it's a good question. I would have said the Bears. I would have thought that they would have had a better chance to repeat than the Lakers did. It was hard to repeat in the NBA back then. I mean, when Pat Riley coined that term, even when he coined it after they won a few years later back to back, that hadn't happened. That wasn't the norm. You get spoiled by what Michael Jordan did with the Bulls those 2 times, or the 3 peats in 2 separate occasions, and then Shaq and Kobe with Jordan Pippen, and with Horace, and then Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman. Then you get to Shaq and Kobe, and then with Phil. That's not the norm. Even the back to back, which is great as the Spurs were, didn't do it, and then you get to what Steph doing it. But you can tell it ain't easy to do. Miami did it with Braun and Wade and Bosh, but it's not that. It's not a lot of back to back. Not no more. Curry and them. It's hard to do. So much has to go your way. But this was like a big deal back in the '80s to see it up close, especially when you saw a great football team and a great basketball team. Who did you think was going to be the dynasty of the two? And I looked at the Bears looked like they had more, but it didn't last long. But anyway. Tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share if you like and hit that membership, because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.